Welcome. I will be with you in 1 minute. 1 second. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. Today's Monday, so I'll be here twice. For those who don't know me, my name is Milou. I was born clairvoyant, which means I don't use any tools to read. I am also a psychic and a medium. And I want to say thank you to the chat monitors, for your help. I really appreciate it. And, well, we got our first bad news for Trump today. Like I said, his taxes would be released. And I heard this morning, I'm sure all of you have heard as well. Hi, Cappy's mom. That the Supreme Court said, I don't know, we're going to see pieces of those taxes, and we're going to hear what's in there as well. But you know something? Intuitively, I feel everything that happened before, intuitively, I'm being told, when it comes to taking the Trump organization down, was small compared to getting his taxes, because it's been difficult, or he can play around, hire lawyers and play around, but I don't feel he's going to be able to do that this time. And the way I am getting this, the New York Cy Vance has everything in place to take this organization down. They already, it feels like to me, like you build a house and you're going to put windows in. Everything is already built. All they need is the windows. And that's where Cy Vance is. So all he needs, like, to complete the puzzle. And I feel he has everything. And guys, Trump is going to have a lot to answer to. And as I am saying this, I'm hearing money laundering. I know it's already out there. A lot of us believe Trump has been involved in money laundering. That's going to be a component of this as well. And as I am saying this, I'm hearing Cohen's name. Cohen is going to be key. Not only the taxes, he has nothing to do with taxes, but I feel like saying Cohen is going to be very helpful in filling in some holes when it comes to Trump's taxes, his finances, among other things. So I feel this is going to be key in taking Trump and everything he has behind him down. And he knows it. That's why he was fighting. This morning he's got diarrhea, by the way. He knew this was coming down, but not until they announce it. It doesn't have the thump that one would expect. Yes, today Trump's stomach is upside down because he knows. And also, as I heard this, he's preparing or trying to figure out. He has people working with him on trying to figure out how to go about saving some of his assets, because going forward, he's no longer, well, he's no longer president. He can no longer hide behind the presidency, and that's one thing. That's why he gave it, well, and this, by the way, that's why he promoted this insurrection. And don't be surprised if Trump and his kids don't try to promote or continue to be involved with the Proud Boys, although they are being dismantled, and different militias with other Republicans. This investigation, now that Trump is going to be neutralized, a lot of other people are going to get caught not having anything to do with the Trump organization and its finances, but with regard to the insurrection. And other people are going to rat on Trump because there is that lady, I don't know her name, she was in the military. I'm sure you've read what she said. She met with the Secret Service. That's going to be, that to me, intuitively, there is going to be a major investigation done on the Secret Service to weed out Trumpists among their ranks. And yes, some are going to have legal issues. And we had an inkling of this before, because they had to replace some from the Secret Service. In fact, they brought back people, for Secret Service officers who used to work with Biden before and the Obama administration. So Trump, like he was trying to corrupt the military, he successfully was able to transform some members of the Secret Service into his sycophants. So because he's a master at manipulating people and getting you to do his biddings for him. In any event, to conclude the tax issue, as I was talking about the tax, I am thinking about some of the mafia bosses who were taken down. That's what's being shown to me using the tax record, the IRS. And I feel, I'm not saying the IRS is going to go after Trump. I don't know. Thank you very much, Rob Digman, for your generosity and the super chat. I really appreciate it. Rob says, telecakinis, I appreciate you much. Thank you very much. I appreciate your support. But Cy Vance and Letitia James are not going to hesitate at all. And every time Trump thinks like he was trying to bully people in Washington, D.C., he's not going to succeed. Every time he makes the wrong move, he's going to be swatted down by these two people. It feels like to me they are prepared because he's from New York. They know the way he operates. They have interviewed a number of people we don't know about yet, and we may never know about. That's what I feel like saying is they have a very, very good psychological profile on how he operates. And that goes for his family as well. And yes, they're going to get caught. Well, it's not a matter of, they are part of the criminal enterprise that Trump built. There is, as I am saying this, there is, besides him talking to some people, money managers and those type of people who are expert on how to conceal properties, among other things, your belongings. He is thinking also, as this goes, as things progress, the prosecution, as Cy Vance and Letitia James proceed on prosecuting him, it feels like to me he's talking to people, lawyers and money people, people who are good in finance, on how to go about saving himself, because he knows he can't win this one, and nobody cares. New York State does not care about the Proud Boys or any of those people. They show up in New York. Yes, I know they came to New York. They started fighting and they went to jail. Because New York has a very strong, yes, they have Trumpists there too and stuff like, and I saw a woman the other day she's a policewoman, and she has something that says Trump 2020, and she was blowing kisses to people. Yes, she had to, from what I understand, she was suspended. I'm not quite sure what happened, but the point I'm trying to make is I know they have Trumpists in New York as well, and among the police also. But New York has, the SWAT teams and all kinds of people, so they are not afraid of the Proud Boys. They're not like Michigan. So, no, the New York prosecutors are not going to be afraid of Trump. They are not afraid of Trump, and nothing will stop them. And I'm telling you guys, as I am saying this, the vision I'm getting is, when I am seeing a ring, and Trump face down on it, on the mat. So he's going to get knocked out. Yes, he can come with deals. I am getting him trying to make offers to save himself and his family. I doubt it's going to be accepted. This is not going to work for him at all. And that's why Don Jr. is going on all kinds of rants. There is a lot of fear with that as well. I don't know how many of you saw that video. I didn't listen to it. Something he posted on Twitter, that is, about teachers union, and he was ranting. I don't know what he was talking about. I didn't hear it. I didn't listen to it, but the video was made with a rack of different types of weapon behind him. I'm not quite sure who these people are trying to scare, but I don't feel it's going to work. If anything, it's going to backfire. And the other thing is, it validates to me what their intent is. They will try to, Trump has a track record of doing that, bullying and threaten, as if something that's going to happen. They are still trying to continue to solidify their friendship or their cooperation with different militias. I think they're going to be wrong. No one is going to fight for them anymore or stick their necks out for them because of what happened on January 6th. And also, there is something else. I mentioned it last week. I don't remember exactly when. Those militias are looking over their shoulders because they don't know who among themselves are talking to the FBI or other intelligence people who belong to the government, the authorities. So there is, whatever the Trumps are trying to do is not going to work. It feels like to me. And as I am saying this, it's going to be worse than they expect. And I'm hearing shocking. Do you guys remember during the Iraq war when they used to say shock and awe? That's what's going to happen to the Trumps. when the indictments come down, it's going to be like shock and awe, because they're going to fall really hard. That's the way I'm getting this, and it's all because those tax records that's the key, really, in other investigations that that are ongoing about how Trump was basically trying to change the outcome of the election, and basically trying to change democracy onto a plutocracy, or whatever it is, however it is they want to call it. But we are looking at the end of the Trumps as we know it. And yes, he's going to lose a lot of money, if not 90% of his money. Because, he and his family, that the word I'm hearing is vulnerable. In the coming days are going to be more vulnerable than they have ever been, even in the 90s when he declared bankruptcy. This time it's going to be worse because people are running away from him. There are no banks, no one. Something I heard this morning, Russians were involved in threatening certain individuals, like judges, if Trump mentioned them in his tweets. There is going to be a big investigation with that as well. And yes, they're going to find evidence between Trump and certain organizations that we are not aware of yet with connections with Russians. So, this is going to get pretty intense. Right now, we are only at the beginning, and once those initiatives that Nancy Pelosi is taking, forming commissions and all that to investigate, the bipartisan commission to investigate, it's going to get more intense for Trump and his enablers. A lot of people are going to jail. That's what I am feeling. And I saw Ted Cruz a little while ago. That guy is so terrible, I couldn't even listen to him. It is really bad. He was accusing the Obama. Maybe I'm blind. I'm missing something. Please let me know. He was accusing Obama's Attorney General. I forget his name right now because I don't know. I mean, I know who he is. The black gentleman who was Attorney General. He accused him of being partisan. Hello? And the guy used DOJ as his tool to pursue conservatives. Yeah, right. Cruz, karma has just begun. I mean, he thinks he's being ridiculed now. Watch what's going to happen. It's going to get worse. Nothing can save Cruz at this point. He's done. Okay. There was something else I wanted to mention. Somebody posted a question about Russia is looking to double. Basically the person asked, well, we are facing a challenge, some challenges from Russia and China when it comes to economy. Russia is going to fail. I don't think it's going to work. And I'll tell you why. They are corrupt, and they are trying to make a deal with corrupt. Some African countries, they are really, really corrupt. The people are going to rise up against them. It may take a little while. I don't feel that. I wouldn't worry about Putin trying to make a deal with African countries. No. And China also, from what I understand, the economy is about to surpass ours because, well, the pandemic basically has taken a toll on us because of Trump. There is something I keep thinking about. If we see what happened in Texas, deregulate, we are in charge, we are, all that stuff. What happened in Texas is a very good example of what can happen to this country if we were allow Republican policies like deregulate, like our land, those that are protected. They want oil companies to just walk in there and drill, among other things. Okay, what they're doing in Texas, the same thing would happen to this country. So I feel like saying to those who are fighting to vote them out to continue their effort. And this is worth repeating. If a retired military gentleman was charged around $1,600 for his last month energy bill. I don't know what the energy bill comprises of. I don't know if it's oil and electricity, but my God, $1,600 for a house. That's what will happen to the rest of this country. That's what these people want. They like Trump. They feel we, the people, have to work for them. That's why they're fighting and doing everything they can to remain in power, to control and suppress minority votes, and even some, if they feel you're going to vote against them, even if you're white, they will try to suppress your vote as well. Well, obviously, they look at how they gerrymander certain areas in order for them to be able to remain in power. All those things are going to backfire on them, but it's going to take a lot of work, like a lot of people did that enabled Biden to become president. I feel that work. I feel it's going to continue. It's going to be a big fight. But if we look at Texas, and to what degree that's what I'm being told, look at what happened to Texas this week. Yes, there is potential for our grid to have difficulties because of the climate change. Okay? But the point I'm trying to make is with the way they go about deregulate everything, sure, it's not going to be good for us. So I hope the effort to remove these people from power is paramount. And I want to say one more thing. I predicted that a lot of Republicans would jump ship from the Republican Party. There is an article on Politico this morning. I didn't have a chance to read it. But yes, a lot of people are running away, are jumping ship, basically quitting the Republican Party. It feels like the way it sounded to me, it's intensifying. So I'll read it after this. But if you want to look at it, it's on Politico. I didn't feel I had to leave a link because it's front page, but maybe I should leave a link in the community page. Okay, and 1 second. I don't know if you guys saw this morning. It was on ABC. I didn't see it live. I watched the video. It has to do with, there's a policeman. His name is Harry Dunn. He's a Capitol Police. And he was telling the story, recording his story, what happened on January 6th. I hope you guys, if you have a chance, watch that video. Stories like that are going to continue to be told is going to slowly grind down the Trump movement, whatever is left. Because from what I understand, Sunday, he's going to go to CPAC. I believe I mentioned that. I hope he continues to do those things because he's simply going to give more ammunition to Cy Vance and Letitia James, among other people who are investigating him. And he wants to be the nominee. Already he declares he's the nominee for 2024. Yeah. That has two what he's trying to do is two things. First of all, find cover, okay, and then start complaining, use that as a cover, and then start complaining that it's because he wants to run for president again. That's why a lot of people are pursuing him legally. It's just a bluff. It's just a ruse to keep, well, anything he can use, it feels like to me going forward, they're going to use it to keep themselves from being prosecuted. And they think that he's not dumb. As I'm saying this, I'm hearing that he thinks he can pull the same thing he did on January 6th, incite people to take to the street and do a repeat. It's not going to happen because of people like that woman who supposedly went to DC thinking she was going to provide security for some VIP. She had a flat jacket on, all kinds of military gear on. Women like that, people like that, women who thought they were going to be, well, they were getting all their orders from the president. There are going to be a lot more of those people coming out and telling their stories and point fingers at who they spoke to. I don't know if we're going to find the names of who they spoke to, but there are more stories like that to come out. And I feel like saying, she's not lying. There's a lot more behind the scenes that are to come out that are going to be very shocking. So that's my intuitive impression of what's coming. That's what's going on today. In any event, I am sorry oh my God, I wasn't looking. Thank you very much, Mackie Mackinson, for your generosity in the super chat. I was looking at some bullet points that I wanted to talk about. I apologize. Thank you for your generosity in the super chat. Thank you, Sharon Kuhn. Thank you, Sharon Kuhn, for your generosity in the super chat. I really appreciate it. Sharon Kuhn says, thank you. You are very welcome, both. Oh my God. Mackie says, good stuff, just chilling here listening to Milu. Well, I'm glad. In any event, we're going to hear some pretty challenging stuff coming, in the weeks to come. Don't let it bother you. Just take it with a grain of salt and watch this organization, the Trump organization, being dismantled. And as I'm saying this, I'm seeing the Trump Tower in New York City moving away from Trump. So that's not a good thing. Okay. I will answer your questions. And tonight, today's Monday, so I will be back at 8 this evening. That will be your chance to ask personal questions or political questions, whatever you have in mind. Milu, that Dusty Rose is asking Milu, please ask Ghislaine Maxwell recording on Trump. Yes, I heard she says there are some tapes or recordings of Trump and Clinton. For some reason, this is not resonating with me. Maybe they're just regular videos, I am not getting that, so sorry. Okay. I mean, they probably have the videos, but it's nothing compromising. That's what I'm trying to say. Oh, Delilah Gillis saw it. She says that interview with the policeman was at the Capitol. Yeah, it was great. Yes. More of those people are going to come out. And let me tell you, it will have an effect. Thank you very much, Maxine Naduso, for your generosity in the super chat. I appreciate it. Maxine says, thank you. You're very welcome. Oh yeah, all those things will have an impact. What happened on January 6th, I know a lot of people are going to Mar-a-Lago to kiss Trump's ring. None of them are going to be able to find ways, regardless of what they do, how they explain it. And a month or so from now, it's not going to look very good for them. Okay, that's how I feel. And no matter what they do, Trumpism is dead. Yes, right now, it's simply, the whole movement simply hasn't. They simply haven't realized that, it's done. So I'm not worried about them at all. When I hear people say, well, they're still blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I think it's just a big joke. Geraldine Wilson says they are also saying the Secret Service had something to do with some of those protesters getting into the Capitol. Yes, that's why I mentioned the woman. You're right. I mean, they're going to have investigations, but it feels like to me, DOJ, when Garland takes over, that's when I feel the whole thing is going to kick off, because he's not. I saw snippets of his testimony this morning because I had to get ready to come on. He's not very happy with those guys. It seems like to me, Garland is going to go full crazy on those people for breaching the Capitol building. Yes, and killing those police officers. This is not going to be fun for them or anyone who was involved. That's the way I am getting this. I am scrolling up. Let's see. I am looking. Yes, Karen Walsh is saying greed and money. That's all they care about. Texas had a good governor, and Ann Richardson. Yes, I remember her well. I was trying to remember her name yesterday or the day before yesterday. I couldn't, and I was busy doing other things. I didn't have a chance to Google to find her. But the good old boy network is dangerous. They are very dangerous, and yes, the time is it's done. They are done. After this week, this past week, what happened? Oh my God, people dying or people dead. This group of Republicans, from Cruz to the governor, I don't remember his name. Yeah. Game is over. Okay. I am scrolling. I'll answer one more question since I'm coming back later. Sajin Gia says evangelicals have put 45 on a pedestal. Will they change their minds if they ever found out that he asked his liaison to have an abortion? You know what? I don't feel that's what's going to turn evangelicals on him, turn them against him. I saw something, I believe it was on Twitter this morning, that says some evangelicals, or the majority of them, are beginning to feel that following Trump was a bad idea. Something to that effect. I don't remember exactly word for word. So they're already having second thoughts, and it's going to be, that probably won't help, but they are already having second thought about Trump. Okay, friends, thank you very much for spending some time with me. I appreciate it. If anyone would like a reading from me, the link to my website is below the video, psychicmilu.com, or you can send me an email. We can set up a time where we can speak. psychicmilu@aol.com is my email address. And if you like the channel and you are not a subscriber, please subscribe. Again, thank you, everyone. I will see you this evening at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Those of you who know, you know what time. I don't know where all of you are in the world, so I'll see you later. Bye.